Hi, this is Mike, co-host of Realistic Sustainability, the podcast, which you probably already know, but I'm also the author of A Beginner's Guide to Greening Your Life. That was the book that led to our Facebook page, our Facebook group, and, well, even this show. It offers tips on promoting your positive footprint while decreasing your carbon footprint. So, if you want to read what started all of this, get A Beginner's Guide to Greening Your Life, available on Amazon, eBay, Etsy, or just visit greeningyourlife.org for more information. Thank you for joining the sustainable movement and promoting a greener future.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay, with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Hi, and welcome back to Realistic Sustainability Educational Shorts. Here I am, getting ready to record a short on weird weather, while all of a sudden I had weird weather. Hopefully I can edit out the background sound because there is a tremendous amount of rain currently happening behind me. And, apparently, if you go by my text message from my wife, a tornado warning. So, what better time to talk about weird weather than during weird weather? Now, I'm in an attic, so I'll let you know if I had to stop this, hide, and then come back. But I think we're going to be okay. The last few months, I have seen a tremendous amount of just simply odd weather. Not just nationally. A lot of times you'll see things on the news or newspapers or Facebook or somewhere, wherever you get your normal information. Please don't let it be Facebook. But anyways, you'll see all these crazy things that are happening. Well, we're even seeing them locally, too. We've had record high rains here in the Midwest, followed by large periods of high heat, creating kind of a drought, where my garden will be saturated, and then a day or two later, the soil has completely shrunk and I have to water it again. It is all over the place. On the West Coast, we're seeing, of course, more and more fires, larger fires. It is absolutely dry and becoming a tragedy. Heat has hit an extreme. I'm sure you all saw that in Canada, Western Canada, they had temperatures of 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Really? Canada? That's Lytton, Canada. 121 degrees. That's 49.5 Celsius. And then large chunks of the city did burn down. I feel for everybody who lives there. That is not common temperatures for those areas in Canada. British Columbia has already seen over 450 fires this year. That is a lot of fires. We have had tremendous amounts of rain in some areas and none in others. It is absolutely taking a toll on this planet and the people who live here. Climate.gov has recorded that June was the hottest June ever on record. And that's after a wintertime that we saw Texas go through a massive cold snap. Remember that? When they had icicles hanging from their chandeliers and ceiling fans, destroying just large areas of homes in Texas. Yeah, it was very cold in February, but here we are, climbing up to being one of the hottest years again. Alabama is dealing with 11 tornadoes in March. Yeah, 11. 11 tornadoes just in March. And we're not even to hurricane season yet. There's plenty more to come. Remember, we're talking about weather right now, but it's a symptom of climate. I know a lot of times we see congressmen walk in with snowballs or say silly things that really mean weather just because they walked outside and said, it's chilly today. Don't talk about global warming or climate change. Well, weather is a symptom of climate. Climate is about 20 to 30 years collectively. And what we're seeing is climate is changing. Probably not the best wording to say global warming, because in some areas that change won't always be warming. It might be flooding. It might be fires. It might be a lot of different things. But let's face it, climate is changing. And there's not a whole heck of a lot we can do about it unless everybody gets on the same page. Now, when it comes to this show, I love the fact that all of us are working towards sustainability and working towards more sustainable practices, because it does matter. It matters if we change little by little, day after day. But in order to fix what's going on in climate, it's going to be more than just us. Now, some places say you have to protest, yell, scream, stomp your feet, be seen, be heard, but that doesn't help anymore. Very rarely does that actually change anything. It seems to be that when it comes to government, they tend not to listen. There's only one thing in the United States that they listen to, and that's, well, money. Remember, spend money accordingly. Look for the places that you want to spend your money and make sure that they're aligned with the concept of climate change. If they're not, don't spend it there. Look and see, where can I spend my dollars where it's going to help climate change in the long run? Because that is where they're listening. A lot of times there's protest, and unless they start breaking things and burning things, let's face it, we don't want to do that, and they very rarely listen. So let's do it financially. You can call your congressman, you can let them know, but face it, it's going to get to another person. Your congressman's never going to hear that message. Some intern's going to have to deal with it, and you might get a form letter back. There's very few things that we can do other than vote for people who believe in it and vote with your dollars. I cannot express that enough. If we vote with our dollars, well, maybe we can get some traction. Maybe we can get to a point in which we don't have a glowing fire in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico because yet another pipeline breach. We have technology. We have the way to change our energy addictions. They just choose not to. Buy green. It will help, I promise. Extreme weather will not slow down. Even when we start buying green, it's going to take some time before things start to equal out again. It is a little scary, but there are things that we can do. Remember, shop local. Stay within your community as much as humanly possible. And I know, I'm not winning that battle. I still buy way too much online. But fruits, vegetables, groceries, try to get them close. Do what you can to minimize that carbon footprint of embodied energy. I will continue to do the same, because I'll tell you, I'm not exactly perfect. I'm just kind of a normal guy learning this stuff and trying to get better. And I hope you do too. So that's all I have for this short. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please share it on social media or with a friend. Other ways that you can support us is becoming a monthly supporter on the Anchor hosting site, or simply just leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast platform. I don't think you quite understand how much that helps us. They will always help us climb through the rankings and help other people find us. Thank you again. And remember, we just have to get just a little bit better each individual day and make sure that our actions help someone else, even if it's a large corporation, get better. Little bit, big bit. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.
Feeling overwhelmed by climate change? Looking for sustainable and ethical brands to support? Then Ethic is perfect for you. Ethic is a simple browser extension that helps you find sustainable and ethical brands online. Learn more at ethyk.org, ethyk.org.